I need this lens. You need this lens. Every FX9 owner needs this lens. On this lens, I should have been shooting in this frame the whole time. So this is a very good vlog friendly lens, and it's not for the weak, but I would vlog with this lens all day, and just this would be my all around go-to lens every day.
Alpha.
Come on. Based in LA, and this channel is dedicated to my process, the tools that I use, and mostly Sony equipment, Sony lenses and camera equipment. So if you're interested in stuff like that. Today we wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about that box. That is a box that Sony sent me, and inside of that box is this lens. Check it out. Boom. This is the Sony FE Cinema 16-35 T3.1 lens. It's got a servo zoom on it and it's got a power zoom on it, and it allows you to use the servo zoom on the FX9 and FX6 and Sony Venice. It's a T3.1 full frame, clickless aperture, and also has an autofocus and manual focus throttle on the front focus ring. Comes with the lens hood. It's about $5,500, I believe, and the minimal focus distance, guys, is 0.28 meters. So you can get really close to your subject. This is kind of like a macro lens, so it's very versatile. It's been a very what kind of week has it been?
It's been a good week.
I've been using it on the FX9 and the A7S III for the past 12 days, and I've been getting some really cool shots, and I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you think about these shots. I find myself not wanting to take this lens off of my camera body. I've been switching between the A7S III.
The A7S III is the ultimate vlog machine. Should get one.
Success, I just want my fair share of life.
And FX9 and I'm getting very similar results. The flares on this lens are beautiful. They're very uniform. They don't bloom. It's more of like a green and purplish spectrum at first, but then once you start, catching that light on the side of the frame, you'll see the reds and the blues. But they're very uniform. They don't disrupt, and you still get plenty of contrast when your subject is backlit. So, really enjoying those capabilities of this lens. It's just very spaceship-like, This is what we're going to use for Puerto Limordos to travel. Look at that. Watch the center of the frame. Center middle. Wow. It's not as heavy as it looks, but like I said, you can get really close to your subjects. I'm talking about like this close and still get things in focus. This rig, ladies and gentlemen, is equivalent to the hammer of Thor. The best feature about this lens and the worst feature, here it goes. The best feature about this lens is that it's the power zoom. It's the power zoom, it's the servo zoom. So you can click here and zoom the lens in if I was connected electronically, or you can use the servo zoom on the handle of the FX9. And it has, this lens has a motor on the bottom which allows you to control the speeds of the servo zoom. So you can go low or high, and I prefer low because it just makes everything just slow down a little bit more, and it slowly eases into your subject like this. Here we go. So let's go ahead and show you what the power zoom looks like on the low setting as I zoom into my FX9. So once you get to 35 millimeter, if you continue holding the power zoom, it will go to 1.5 crop, and that's really cool, but sometimes you don't want to do that. So just know that it's going to go about 1 millimeter per second, and it's really creepy, I would say, because of how it's like slowly moving in and out. So it just allows you to get a very dynamic shot in a longer period of time, and I find this very useful when doing almost anything. So again, this is the low speed on the power zoom. Zooming from 16 to 35 mil. But yeah, minimum focus distance is 0.28. You can get macro shots with it, 0.28 meters. Comes with the declick aperture and iris lock. Iris lock only works in automatic. Sony, if you're listening to this, we need to have that iris lock in all apertures so that if I want to stay in 3.1 and not accidentally hit it, it doesn't change. It only works in automatic, and I didn't find that useful when I want to shoot at certain apertures without accidentally bumping it to change it, you know what I'm saying? So pay attention to that, Sony. Pay attention to where the focus hold button is. It needs to be closer to the focus ring. That way you're not introducing shake into the lens when you're trying to do focus holds and switching out of manual to auto. Those are the only two things I had not liked about this lens. Those are the only two things that I didn't like about the lens. I love the lens hood. It looks very, very professional. I find myself wanting to keep it on there all of the time, actually, just to protect the lens too. And yeah, guys, any questions, let me know. Let me know. So you're aware of time more, you're aware of your frame more, you're allowing things to develop more, and that really helps tell the story more, I believe. Now, when it's on high, it's a little bit tricky to get that sweet spot, to find that sweet spot to kind of push in at a creeping pace. But it's more so if you just want to punch in and, you know, run and gun and grab that close to and back out to the wide with the zoom. So on this lens, I should have been shooting in this frame the whole time. This is kind of cheeky, but when you're in sunlight and you're shooting with this lens and the sun hits this G, it bling blings, it shines, it glows. And I really, really like that. I really, really enjoy that. It just brings out character and flair to this lens. So if you're into that sort of thing, buy this lens, just because when people catch a side profile of you shooting with this lens, they're gonna be like, oh, you blinded me, or they're gonna be like, what's that, you know? So that might get you a job. That might, might be some director walking over to you saying, I noticed your lens, man, looks professional. What's your name? What do you do? Those type of things happen to me all the time in LA. So yeah, kudos to Sony for making this little G right here, bling bling, when I'm shooting with it. See, it's kind of doing it right now. Look. Actually, it's jumping between my eyes and the lens, but guys have any questions on this lens, I'm one of 2 people to have it in the world. Very thankful, and I'm happy to answer questions. So ask me now in the comments. Ask me now what you know, anything that I haven't covered, or let me know things that you guys want to see with this lens. I'm gonna have it for a few more days. We've been shooting a lot of conceptual pieces with this. Let me know what you guys think of Mallory and her conceptual chain videos that we've been making. We're going to be developing that a lot more. This motor on the zoom, it's really easy to take off. It's just 3 little Allen keys and it unscrews. You can throw it back in the bag that it came in, which is somewhere in the box. It comes with this really large bag, and it's good for storing other lenses in there, just in case you want to have this on your body and bring another lens with you, like a 24-70. So I found that very useful. The box is humongous, but it looks really good as a prop in the back, as you can see. And yeah, that's going to be our coverage on the new Sony 16-35 full frame center lens T3.1 with the power zoom and servo zoom. Listen, if you have the FX9, you need this lens because it has a great minimum focus distance. So when you're punching in 2 Super 35 from full frame, you're getting 4 focal distances. You're getting ultra close focus distancing capability, and you're also getting a servo zoom. So this is the perfect lens for the run and gun shooter like myself for the FX9. Super close focus distance, autofocus, manual focus throttle on the front of the lens, servo zoom, power zoom, and amazing flares. Like, it looks like you in space or something when you're pulling zoom and you're catching flares from backlighting your subject or whatever you're doing to grab those flares. It looks like you're in space, how the elements just pulsate and you know, retract into each other and become bigger or larger depending on if you're zooming in or out. So hopefully this gives you some type of informed decision, or increases your knowledge on how this lens performs. Hopefully this was helpful on, you know, do I want to rent, test, or buy this lens? Hopefully this just, you know, makes you want to, you know, use this lens yourself, because I don't want to give it back. I don't want to give it back. I need this lens. I need this lens. You need this lens. Every FX9 owner needs this lens. I mean, look at it. It's fucking beautiful. Jeez Louise. It's not even heavy, guys. It's not a heavy. It's like, I would say this is like less than 3 pounds for sure. Less than 3 pounds. Comes off really easy, and lens hood goes on super easy. Just put it on the front, tie this little button down, and then boom. There's even a 1/4-20 screw if you want to put this on a tripod for some reason. I'm not sure why you would, but I guess you would if it was on an A7S III, since it's a smaller body and A7S III does not have the locking E mount. Why did they not put the locking E mount on an FX6? I'm not really sure. We kind of needed that. It's a cinema camera. Yeah, next video. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I'm gonna go shoot with this lens right about now. Roll out. That means cut. Go get this lens, or just watch me use it. Totally out of focus. They're just blurred out. And I'm about 2 inches away from the box, so you can see how close you can get to things. The minimal focus distance is really close. And so I would hit this button right here, throw it in manual focus, and try to rack focus back towards the box, and I'll show you how close you can get. I'll hit the E mount right here. Boom. Wow, guys, look at that. I'm 2 inches away from the box, and wow. I'm at 5.6. So I'm gonna open up all the way open at 3.1 and just really show you boys how we get down. As you can see, the focus throw is very thin. It's razor thin. And I'll go ahead and hit the switch to where I'm back in autofocus. The camera throws focus to her face. Got beautiful lighting, And at wide open, I probably want to drop the ISO down to probably like the base ISO at 640. And then now I'm getting some natural skin tones as she's just doing her thing, drinking her coffee, and other things are happening in my life that I need to deal with.